Alright, HadesOmegaSPEC here. It's next day, and this is what we got done so far for our little flag mount. So we're about 70% there. I fitted it and everything. All this we really got to do is drill the holes in it. So let's hop to it. I got my drill press ready, but so we're gonna basically copy this one right here. Yeah, because this goes underneath the block right here. So, and I've already done all the homework. I've already drilled all this. So all we got to do is just figure out where we're gonna put this. So, yeah. So I'm figuring something like that'll work. Okay. So I will try to mark. I'll kind of mark the approximate area. And then we'll figure out what's the middle part, and then we'll punch it, because this isn't quite right. It's actually a little too high. So, okay, so I've kind of marked where we want to drill approximately, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go take a ruler, measure this, measure the distance from here to here, and then we're going to go. Actually, we have to include this part. You know what? I think it's better if we drill it from the other side then. Okay, so this part has to be included in the measurement, the part where the other part goes out. So it makes it a little bit harder. So basically all we got to do, let's get our spacing right. So this is the adjustment block right here. You can see that, you can kind of see the marks the adjustment block made. You basically want to just kind of copy that a little bit, even though it's going to be on the opposite side. And then this is going to be the part that's going to be sandwiched where the axle is. So, okay. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. You want at least that much. Okay. I feel that's pretty good right there. Okay, and I'm going to kind of mark the center, just eyeball it. Right there, okay. It's actually got to go to the right. Just, okay, that's fine. When we punch it, we'll... Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our punch and make a little dimple here. It was to the right that we need to make the dimple. Sort of, kind of. Here. Okay, mark made. So that's where we're going to be drilling for the axle. All right, I hope this works. All right. Oh, you know what? Okay, so another thing we have to take note of when we drill this is that see the part that sticks out, it has to be behind the block here. So we're gonna have to lop off some of this. I'm thinking, I kind of looked at it, it's gonna be something like that, maybe like that or something. And I'm thinking we're gonna cut off half of it. So we're gonna cut half of this little shelf off here, and then this half will stick out, and that's where we're gonna mount our flag. Because it cannot, half, right? Yeah, maybe a little more than half. All it's got to do is it can't interfere with the adjustment block is the problem. So yeah, so okay, so I kind of revised where I'm going to be drilling it. We're going to shift it over to the left there, where the dimple is. So just so this whole aluminum piece will be behind the adjustment block there. So So we're going to shift it over that much, and then I think we're going to lop off. We're going to lop off. See where my fingernail is? Right here. That's how much we're going to lop off. Maybe a little bit more. A little bit more is okay. Okay, so basically just all the part that interferes with the block we got to get rid of. So that should be fine. And then this shouldn't interfere with anything back there. So I've drawn a line through the whole backside here. So this is basically represents the part that's going to be right behind the block, adjustment block. So all we got to do is draw a 90-degree perpendicular line where that where that one is. Okay. Okay, and that represents the part we're going to lop off right there. So all of this area here, it's got to go. Okay. Pretty simple. And that way it will not interfere with the adjustment block, and you can get it in there, because you're not going to be able to get it in there. This is it's gonna contact it, you know. Okay, so let's start drilling. Okay, I'm not really sure how big it should be. After the first, I'm gonna use a step bit, and when we get to maybe like the 4th step or something, I'll take it out and I'll compare it to this one right here. Okay. In fact, why don't we just find that out right now? Yeah, somewhere around number 4. Let's stop after, yeah, let's stop after the 4th one. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after the 5th one. Okay. I got it here on my little dealie here, just kind of using it as a shelf. Here we go. Gotta be careful if it gets caught or anything. I just gotta let go of it. Don't hang on to it. Okay, I might have drilled it a little too far up. Hopefully it'll be okay. Let me see. Yeah, we gotta go one more. One more. Okay, there it is. Hopefully that does the trick. And then we're gonna go lop off this bottom part right here. All right, haha! You thought you saw the last of me, right? You've seen the last of this guy, but nope, I still need it. Okay, so I'm gonna do a cut right along here. Just try to make that black line disappear, and then we're gonna cut all along the edge here. And what I might want to do is clean up. Let me clean up some of this real quick. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. That's the finished product. I kind of don't want to touch it because it's really hot right now. Let me go dip it in some water. Alright, there we go. That's the finished product. I'm just going to clean up those cuts a bit. It looks like I got it right on the money. Oh, it looks like I cut a little too much here. Huh, not good. Should be okay though. Alright, I'm going to go clean it up with the Dremel. Kerplam! There it is. That's pretty much the finished product, almost. So now we need to drill the hole for the mount. So we're going to use this bolt as our kind of template. Basically, it just has to fit in here. And we want that to be somewhere in the center. It has to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, it has to be about that size. So it may be... Yeah, it might be sticking out a little too much. Let's see how wide this one is. It's the same. So I would just say just to keep it strong, keep it that same width. You definitely don't want to drop your bike with this on there because it'll hit it and it may break it or bend it or something. So, but on the sand, I think it should be okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mount it. Let's mount it somewhere here. Right here is good. Okay. So I'm gonna mark off the middle part, and then we're gonna punch it, and then we're gonna go drill another hole. Okay. So I made 2 marks there. The bottom one is the one that's in the middle. It's this whole thing here is 38 millimeters, so half of 38 is 19, and then so I marked it off at 19 right here. That's where we're gonna drill our hole. All right, we're gonna get our buddy Mr. Punch here. Punch it right there. It's not, it's not rocket science. You could probably pretty much drill the hole anywhere as long as the bolt fits in there, man. So it's not super critical. Everything, all the other stuff is kind of critical though, so because everything has to fit. Okay, so basically, like last time, we're just gonna keep on going. I'll probably go to the 5th one, maybe. Let's see if this fits in this hole. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, so however big this hole was, the axle hole, it's 12 millimeters, is how big we're gonna drill that. So I think that was like the 5th one or something. All right, there it goes. Okay, let's see if that fits. Almost, not quite. I think if I clean up the hole, we'll just ream the hole a little bit. Okay, but that should be it right there. I'm just gonna ream the hole out a little bit so it fits a little better. It's a little snug. Okay, fits there pretty smoothly now. It's actually a little loose now. Dadgummit. Okay, and then I'm just gonna clean it up with the Dremel. Okay, nice and smooth. All right, so it's pretty much done. I smoothed it out. I cleaned it up as best as I could. Doesn't have to be perfect, but there you go. That is a HadesOmegaSPEC flag mount. So basically, it's gonna go like this. Okay. So I'm just gonna put the quick release on it. What I may do is I may just buy another quick release mount. I'm just gonna do it hand tight for now. Okay, so that's how it is. And then you get this little guy. That in there. It looks like it clears. I got a bit 4 or 5 millimeters clearance. That's good. Okay, yeah, I think I need to. Okay. Okay, basically when you tighten this, it squeezes the flag. Alright, okay, so here's a demonstration of how to install the HadesOmegaSPEC Cimarron Light Bee flag holder. What we could have done is made something to mount on these tabs here. I think this is where the chain guard goes. Anyway, so all you gotta do is remove the rear axle, or at least the nut. You don't have to remove the whole rear axle. And then the adjuster. Okay. And then put this plate in. Behind it, and then behind the adjuster. Okay, so I may need to grind it a little. Man, it is precision. I'm telling you, it's literally lined up right with the adjustment block. what I need to do is I'm a little off. Okay, man, it has to be like precise for it to fit. I'm a little off. I believe I have to grind towards the bottom a little bit to get it to fit. So I'm gonna go over, like grind this downward a little bit, and slot it so it fits in there. It's like it is precision fit. Okay. That's kind of what the rough draft looks like. Okay, so it still needs a little more fitting, is what I'm gonna say. But there it is. So I think it's too long. Yeah, it's a little too long, so we're gonna have to shave a little bit of the edge down. I guess I made it like exactly the same length as this, but we should probably actually make it just a little bit less so it doesn't interfere with the chain slack. Because right now it's basically doing the same thing as this, you know. So let's go take it out. I had to grind quite a bit of it to get it to fit. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to oval this out just a little bit more downward, and then we're going to start shaving this, maybe shave like 1 millimeter off of this, so it fits, so it doesn't interfere with the chain. Okay, there it is. All right. It fits in there quite easily now. Okay, so basically what I had to do is I had to grind like everything, man. So I found out like it is in there really tight. It's really tight. So I grinded some of this, I grinded some of this, and I grinded some of this, and then it fit in there perfectly. So I think it was just, you know, it was just too precision. That's what I'm gonna say. Too tight. So, all right. So I'm gonna show you how it fits, and then I gotta clean it up because it looks all kind of yucky now. Basically, this will go in axle. Okay, and your adjuster will go on, and your adjuster, it's a little bit smaller than the adjuster, at least I think it is. Okay, and then the nut on. I won't torque it, I'll just okay. So as you can see, it's kind of just enough where anyway, so that's kind of like how it's gonna be right there. Got it. Okay, this thing, it got, I don't know, so it tightened it on itself, I don't know how, but that's how it is. You got just enough axle sticking out where the locking nut is still doing its job, hopefully. It's only like, you only got one of these plates on it. So I think with the stock axle it should be fine. It's on there pretty rigidly. Yeah. I'm gonna say, yeah, if you drop your bike, it's probably gonna hit that and it might bend it. So try not to drop your bike and put that on there. So I think what I can do, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off. There's kind of a lot of portion that we don't really need. What I might do is I might cut off a little bit of an angle right here, you know, so it doesn't stick out so much. And then I'm just gonna round off the edges more. Right now I rounded it off so it doesn't look rough, you know, really sharp, so it won't, like, you know, poke you or anything. But I'm gonna round it off a little bit more, and that should be good right there. So, and then we paint it. So almost done. We're like 90% there now. All right. So we won't test it tonight. We're not gonna test it tonight. Once it's 100% done, I'll show you. We'll go test it. I'll ride up and down the block with the flag on the bike. So I'm gonna cut like right here, maybe like a 30-degree angle right there, you know, and round it off, then round this off, round that off more, and then I think that should be good. Yeah, and then figure out why this thing got tight on itself. I don't know why. And what I might wind up doing is buy one of these, because it makes installing the flag a lot easier. That's what I want to say. I have the one that you just kind of just screw in, but it's really annoying. You have to like really screw it in, you know, every time you use it. This one you kind of just stick the flag in there, you know, but you have to tighten it really good. All right, so yeah, I'll show you the finished product when I'm done with it. Okay, there it is. That's the kind of semi-finished product. We're 95% there. All we got to do is paint it now. So what I did is I cut a little bit of the angle off here, so there's not this big old sharp thing sticking out to get caught on stuff or cut you or anything. I'm smoothing out all the edges and stuff as good as I could with the Dremel. Okay, nice and smooth now. You can see some kind of marks from the vise there, unfortunately. It looks pretty good. Turned out pretty good. I cut a little too much here. That's okay. We had to shorten this a little bit so it fits in the channel. But there it is. That's the finished product. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean it up with some alcohol, and then it's kind of cold outside right now. I don't like painting when it's cold, so I'm gonna be painting this like a kind of low gloss black. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do tomorrow when I wake up, is when the sun's up, we'll go paint this, and then we'll go install it, and then I will show you what it looks like after it's done being painted, and then we'll install it on the bike, and we'll take it for a spin with the flag. We'll go rock that American flag, yeah. All right, HadesOmega out.